And it's easy to get overwhelmed with what they're trying to do. But look also at what they have been stopped from doing, what they have been slowed down from doing, what they've been embarrassed over, and what they've had to quietly claw back, hoping no one notices. I mean, they're clearly bent on an authoritarian takeover and destruction of the U.S. government, right? There's no illusions now as to what they're trying to do. They know they need to go fast if they are going to go far. Today, the headline showed the increasing scope of their appetite, right? To try to destroy more and do it more thoroughly. They want to fire 80,000 people from the VA, and they'll tell you they love veterans while they're doing it. The firing of 80,000 people from the VA, among other things, will be the firing of tens of thousands of veterans themselves who hold those jobs. But they're going to try it. See how much of that they can get away with. They said today they want to fire 40,000 plus people from the IRS. Because what better way to grind a country into dust than to eliminate the means by which it collects funds so it can continue to operate? If last night's State of the Union and the latest pronouncements from the president's top campaign donor are anything to go by, it would seem that they're about to come next for Social Security. So the VA, the IRS, Social Security. And then tonight there's this. Reopening the immigration prison where they locked up all the little kids. Quote, the Trump administration is reopening a sprawling detention center in South Texas for migrant families facing deportation, resuming the practice of detaining children 4 years after the Biden administration ended it. Everywhere they go, everything they have tried to do, they are running up against opposition and annoyance. They are running up against their own stupidity. They are running up against their own ignorance. They are running up against the law. They are running up against journalists figuring out what they are doing. They are running up against the revelation that the American people really dislike what they are doing, and people are willing to let that be known. They are running up against constituents, even Republican constituents, people who live in bright red districts and states, telling their members of Congress and their senators how much they dislike what Trump is doing. They're running up against people protesting against it. The pushback all over this country has thrown down stop strips in the road to flatten their tires and at least slow them down and sometimes to stop them. And it has happened everywhere. And none of it has been easy, given the scale of what they are trying to do to this country. But the feedback loop here is very clear 6 weeks in. It is working, and redoubled efforts will mean redoubled results.